सक्ता कर्मण्य विद्वांसः यथा कुर्वन्ति भारत कुर्याद् विद्वांस्तथा सक्ता चिकीर्षुर्लोकसङ्ग्रहम्.
Vidvamsaha as the ignorant. As much as the ignorant act work with eagerness, kurvanti. Why? Why do the ignorant act with eagerness? Because they are prompted by selfishness. What will I get out of this? That concept of I and my. What do I have in this? Prompted by that feeling of I and my, prompted by that selfishness, they act eagerly, kurvanti. Who? The vidvamsa, the ignorant. And Bhagavan says, exactly in the same way, so should the wise, the vidwan, act, kuryar, with the same amount of enthusiasm and energy. But at the same time, asaktaha, which is unattached. And for the welfare of the world, lokasangraha. So like a person who is selfish, full of ego, operating in the realm of what? The realm of the three gunas, tamas, rajas and sattva. Like that person who works non-stop for gratification, sense gratification, ego gratification, and all kinds of gratification. Like that person works non-stop, in the same way, a wise man should also act with energy, with enthusiasm, the only difference being not for selfish gain or for gratification, and for the welfare of the society. So Saktaha and Asaktaha. The former was Saktaha, which means attached, and the latter is Asaktaha, not attached. That's the only difference. Everything else, the dynamism, the speed, the enthusiasm, the dedication, the devotion, all of that remains the same, actually better than the Saktaha. That is Bhagavan's advice to all of us. And now Bhagavan gives advice to the Asaktaha. So if you are acting without the attachment, how should you act in the presence of so many people who are attached? In the presence of the Saktaha, how do you, who is Asaktaha, work? That is in the next verse.
न बुद्धिभेदं जनयेत् अज्ञानां कर्मसङ्गिनां जोषयेत् सर्वकर्माणि विद्वान् युक्तसमाचरन्.
So the Vidwan, the wise, what they should do when they are in the presence of the Asaktaha? They should not generate any unsettlement. Na janayed buddhi bedam. Na janayed, do not generate, do not cause any buddhi bedam, unsettlement, in the mind and intellect of the people who are ajnanam, who do not know, and who also are attached to their actions, karma sanginam. So in the presence of the ajnanam and karma sanginam, please do not generate buddhi bedam. Janayet buddhi bedam. They should be balanced in their presence, in the presence of the ignorant. Balanced is yuktaha, and engage with energy and enthusiasm, joshayet, in all actions, sarva karmani, and perform them with dedication and excellence. Once again, samachara. Again and again and again, when Bhagavan talks about action, he brings the word dedication, excellence. That is covered by the Sanskrit word samachara. So Sri Krishna not only sets a high ideal every time he acts, he is also constantly egging Arjuna and all of us. Yoga karma sukaushana. So Swami Chinmayananda gives an excellent example, of what a person who is knowledgeable, how that person should behave when there is so many bunch of people who are not knowledgeable and who are going in the wrong direction. So imagine people are running, simplest example, that's what Swami Chinmayananda ji gives. Imagine people are running towards a direction, like a mob. They are all going in a mob, running with eagerness, ferocity. And this person who is the knowledgeable knows that the direction is wrong. What does this person do? One option is that this person runs right in front of them, spreads his hand, stops them, stop, 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 you're all going wrong. This is not the direction. The chances are he's going to get stampeded. So beautiful example, Swami Chinmayananda. He says, run with them, go with them, run along, but quickly gain speed till a point that you get to the front. And once you are in the front, slowly change direction and the mob will follow. So a beautiful way to describe. Another story that I'm familiar with that came to mind here when I was going through this verse. The finest quality of pepper is grown in the rainforests of Kerala and for centuries. And in those days when trading was so common, pepper was amongst the finest spices to be traded. It was called black gold. The reason it was called black gold is not because it gives a flavor to the food, but at that time there were voyages. For example, one of the famous voyager, Vasco da Gama, who is said to have discovered India, he was living at that time. And when these people are on the ships for long durations, months together, one of the biggest reasons or causes for the men dying was not any war or any attrition or any kind of, the sea playing havoc. The biggest cause was food poisoning. Pepper is a fantastic preservative. And that is how it was black gold. So on one of such trips, when Vasco da Gama was going back, he asked the king of Kerala, name of the king is Unniraman Koikal. He asked, Vasco da Gama asked Unniraman Koikal, can I please take the wine, the pepper wine back with me and replant it in Portugal? The king said, no, you can't do that because we are working on a treaty. This is a trade treaty. If I give you free pepper wine, that too wine, not free pepper, and which is the source of the pepper, then will you give me the source of what you are bringing me? You will not do that, right? So this goes against the treaty. Sorry, we cannot do. Principally wrong. After a few days, the king's men come running and say, Raja, the Vasco da Gama's men or soldiers are stealing away our pepper wines. And the king smiles, sits back and says, don't worry, let it be. And the minister is now, how can you allow Vasco da Gama to steal away and take away our pepper wines? This is black gold. The king says, just don't worry, minister. He can take our wines, but he cannot take our rains and our climate. They'll never grow there. So in the face of an ignorant action by a very well-known, respected, great adventurer and trader and conqueror, the king did not unsettle the environment. Neither did he get unsettled, nor did he unsettle the environment. He just managed it in a calm manner. Because why? Because he was knowledgeable. He knew. Getting that knowledge is extremely useful in any situation. Because when you know, you are able to guide the others, either in a very apparent manner or in a quiet manner. So he was able to manage this without unsettling the environment. And over a period of time, Vasco da Gama realized the futility of his actions and actually paid more for the black gold. And the trade prospered.